Hey, Mr. Parker here to do an update for you. It's November 9th, 2014. I guess I'll start with the Blu-rays first. Yeah, I bought the Scream Factory Halloween, all of them. And you know what? I haven't watched a lot of these movies in years, and I barely remember Part 6. This comes with the producer's cut. It comes with Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, all of them, and even Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. You know what's funny? I prefer the theatrical cut of Halloween 1 and the director's cut of Halloween 2, Rob Zombie style. I mean, a lot of people hate Rob Zombie's movies. I'm not one of them. You know, I remember Halloween fairly well. I've seen that a lot. Halloween 2, I don't even remember that well. There's so many movies, and I used to watch these movies a lot as a kid, but, you know, as time passes, I watch them less and less. Kind of excited to see the producer's cut, but not necessarily sure if I'm really that enthused, because I remember the original cut not making much damn sense to me as a kid. But yeah, it's a cool set, and like I said, this is pretty much the last time I'm going to buy Halloween movies, period. Like, I don't care if it comes with, like, cells so I can clone John Carpenter after he's dead. I don't want any more Halloween sets. This is the Mac Daddy. This is the end. It's a cool set. Love Scream Factory, Shout Factory. But yeah, that's Halloween 1 through 7, and also Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. I picked up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blue. This isn't the Mac Daddy coming with the Mac Truck edition, but I just got this one because I enjoy the movie, and I figured I already have a Blu-ray. I already have a couple DVDs. It's like, how many times am I going to double dip and buy these like Ultimate Collector's Editions like I did with Halloween? Like I said, that's the last one for Halloween. I'm done. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a freaking classic. I mean, if you don't like it, I don't really know what to tell you. KillerFish. This is an Antonio Marighetti movie, or Marighetti movie, and it's a really goofy movie. It's like a disaster movie meets killer animal movies and a heist movie all in one. It's a lot of fun. It has Lee Majors in it. It has Karen Black, and it also has, if you guys remember the guy from Total Recall, the guy was like, if you kill me, you'll stand back home lobotomized. He's also in Arachnophobia, among other things. This movie's fun. It's cheesy. It's stupid. It's a bunch of mixed plots. I guess this isn't the completely uncut edition or something like that. It's missing a few seconds. But I have a DVD that I imported years ago and reviewed this movie for Italian Jaws ripoff. You know, it's not really Italian Jaws ripoff, but it involves piranha, killer piranha. So I kind of threw it in the category of Italian killer fish movie ripoffs. But yeah, I enjoy this one. Lots of fun. And I actually like Anthony M. Dawson, a.k.a. Marighetti's other films quite a bit. I think he's one of the you know, most underrated Italian guys. And then we have Creepers, Horror Anthology Movie Volume 2. I've watched Part 1, parts of Part 1, a couple stories, and there's just like 5 stories in here. This is a Blu-ray. It's limited. I have not watched that yet. The Dead 2. I was a big fan of The Dead. I thought it was kind of like like an old school zombie movie, just done really right in a different location that I hadn't seen. Like, it was in Africa. I mean, I'm familiar with some stuff that kind of reminded me. It reminded me of Fulci for sure. But I love The Dead 1. I thought it was real cool. I thought it was cool that finally these two guys are going to work together because they have a common interest in survival and finding their families, even though they come from two complete different worlds. I love that. And The Dead 2, there's not that much people fighting either. Not much of it. And I enjoy that in a zombie movie. I'm tired of people like, man's the real enemy. Romero did it. You ain't going to top it. Try something new. But, well, not necessarily new. Just, you're not going to top that. But regardless, zombie movies have been done to death in the last decade. But I'm still glad they're still making some good ones. Like The Dead 2 was entertaining. It takes place in India. A guy trying to get to the girl he loves. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, one of my all-time favorite movies, and I figured it's time to upgrade. I'm a huge fan of this movie. It's probably top 10 horror movies ever made for me. Michael Rooker's phenomenal. Tom Tolles is phenomenal. I can't remember the girl's name right off the top of my head. I want to say it's like Tracy. It's Tracy Arnold. And John McNaughty today kind of kickstarted his career. This movie I could go on and on about. It's just an exceptionally awesome serial killer film. Nekromantik Blu-ray. Have not got a chance to watch the Blu-ray, but this is a pretty weird necrophilia artsy film by Jörg Bucharest. Yeah, that name always screws me up when I say it, but he also did Nekromantik 2, Schramm, Der Toscan, lots of shorts. I enjoy his movies. You know, honestly, this is probably my least favorite of the 4 features that he did. I never saw Captain Berlin vs. Hitler, but it's still really cool, and I still enjoy it, and I think I'll always enjoy it, just because it's so weird, and the ending climax, double climax I should say, is a lot of fun. A lot of fun is not the word, but it's very interesting and just insane. Bloody Mama. I have not seen this, but the cast is amazing. You got Shelley Winters, Pat Hingle, Don Stroud, Robert De Niro, Bruce Dern. It's just interesting enough cast right there. And it's from, I believe it's from Kino, who's putting out a lot of stuff too. It's like with them and Scorpion teaming up, releasing all this really, really great stuff. Island Claws by Scorpion. You know, I've never seen this movie, and I kind of wanted to give it a spin. And it's about a giant crab. It's one of those ones that I guarantee probably sounds a million times better than it actually is, but I'm okay with that. Lady Stay Dead from Code Red. I've never seen this film. I think it's an Aussie horror film. Yeah, Aussie Ozploitation, but was curious on it. And have a bootleg floating around. I figured it was time to, you know, get the real deal if it's going to be out. The Battery. This is an independent zombie movie made for $7,000. Again, another zombie movie that has a lot of heart. It's completely different. Not completely different, but it's different enough to be cool and interesting. And I really enjoyed this film, and I'd give it the thumbs up. I'd say check this one out, man. It's about two friends surviving the zombie apocalypse. They're kind of complete opposites. One is almost content with the situation, just survival, not complaining as much, and the other is just kind of useless is the word, and they get trapped in this car for an extended period of time and kind of lose their mind and rebond, I guess I'll say. But Doctor and the Devils, which Scream Factory just released, I just picked this up. This is a movie I did not see. It was on Amazon for $8.99 at one point, so I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to grab it. It's got an exceptionally cool cast. I mean, it's got Timothy Dalton, Jonathan Pryce from Brazil, which I enjoy, Julian Sands. It's got other people as well, Patrick Stewart, which makes me want to see it. And plus, I believe it's about Burke and Hare, or at least snatching bodies, and around that time frame. And that I really enjoy that time frame for horror films. I think it's a really cool science horror and stuff like, you know, Frankenstein, Invisible Man. I know those aren't necessarily the same time frames, but you know what I mean, like the Frankenstein Gothic stories and stuff like that, experimenting on dead bodies, trying to things like that. I enjoy it. We have Jennifer, which is a Scorpion release. I guess this is like Carrie with snakes. Never seen it. And To All a Good Night. This one I've been wanting to see for a long time. This is directed by the Exploitation King himself, David Hess from Last House on the Left, House on the Edge of the Park, Swamp Thing, Hitchhike, among others. And yeah, this is a slasher film about a killer Santa Claus before Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I don't think it's before Christmas Evil, though. Christmas Evil is, you know, a monster of its own. This one, Motivational Growth, I picked up. I kind of hate that glare. I'm sorry, guys. I probably should have done something better about this. But it's the lighting. I'm an idiot. But Motivational Growth looks pretty interesting. It's about this mold that talks to this guy. It looks fun to me. I had to get it. We have the Nightbreed Collector's Edition. I had to have this one. One of my all-time favorite movies growing up, and I had to have the regular cut on Blu-ray as well, just in case I didn't like the director's cut as much. It was an honor to see the director's cut, and I'm so happy that we got to see it. And I had to have the theater cut. I prefer the theater cut. It's just like embedded. I know all the sound cues and things like that. So when I don't see the sound cues in the right spot, it's like unsettling them. It's just to me like it's like. But yeah, recommend this if you guys can still pick it up. Great movie. Really cool to see some of the added stuff, and there's lots of special features in on that thing. I also like to see the entire work print, the actual Cabal cut. That's just the director's cut. We have the Devil's Business, which I was really, really impressed with from Mondo Macabro. I did a review for this. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I know it came out in 2011, 2012, everywhere else, but yeah, this one was really, really great about a pair of hitmen, one veteran and a new guy, and they're supposed to kill this guy, and he's not. He's into some weird things, and as the story unfolds, it becomes more than just your typical hit. Very, very cool movie. Very, you know, a lot of building the tension and things like that. Small location and lots of good dialogue and acting. The Blob from Twilight Time. This is my first Twilight Time DVD. I always kind of hate how the fact that they get these like amazingly popular horror films and limited run on them. It's just depressing, but they did good work on this. It looks really great. I love The Blob, one of my favorite movies, but I just wish, you know, I didn't miss like Fright Night and Christine and things like that. And I guess I'm glad I missed The Night of the Living Dead. I heard that people didn't care for the transfer or something like that. But The Blob looks good, and it's a great freaking 80s horror classic. Lots of great special effects in there. I really enjoyed rewatching it as well. And then we have some Scream Factories from the sale that I picked up. What do we got here? We got Dolls, which I've had the DVD for years, and I never watched Dolls. This wasn't on sale, but I wanted to see it. Stuart Gordon movie. I enjoy Stuart Gordon stuff too. I don't think I've seen a Stuart Gordon movie where I was like, that sucked. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Leviathan, which has a great cast, and I remember it's underwater horror. There was a bunch of them at the time, like The Abyss and Deep Star 6. There's tons of Endless Descent, and I don't particularly love this movie, but there's lots of cool special effects and stuff like that, and a great cast. I mean, Ernie Hudson, Hector Elizondo, I believe, Meg Ryan, Meg Foster, much better that way, and I want to say it had Daniel Stern too, and Peter Weller. I want to say is in that movie. It had an exceptionally great cast for how it turned out. For me, at least, I remember it being kind of boring and slow and things like that. Then we have Ravenous, which I haven't watched in a long time. I remember it being a pretty damn good film. Has Guy Pearce and among others, Jeremy Davis, who I've never been a huge fan of, but that's besides the point. Nosferatu, the Werner Herzog movie. This is the Herzog version, of course. I've never seen it. Klaus Kinski plays Nosferatu, and it looks cool, and it was not very expensive, so I thought I'd check it out. Die Monster Die. Not a very expensive Scream Blue on sale, so yeah, picked it up. And we have these two, Psycho 2 and Psycho 3, which I don't know if I've ever seen the full versions of these. I mean, period, like watch them the entire way through. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of them lots of times on Halloween. They always played them. And, you know, I am a fan of the original Psycho, even though I don't have it. I did order it. It's just like, why do I not have this movie? There's lots of like that. They're just so silly that it's like, I don't have the Blu-ray of this movie. I probably should order that. But, yeah, so I went ahead and ordered the original Psycho as well, but I don't remember those two movies very well. I remember bits and pieces, like, but that's just that. Then we have some DVDs for you. Let me see if I can grab a bunch of them here. Let's do it quick, make it fast, and sexy. Just kidding. What we got? We got Zombie Isle, which was sent to me to review. I reviewed it. Kind of an old school slash zombie movie on an island. I dug that location. I dug their old zombie kind of look and attitude about it. But it is a little long. It's an hour and 50 minutes long, and it's a low budget zombie film. That there's a point where they have this huge dialogue scene, and I actually had to stop the movie because I was falling asleep. But besides that, I was enjoying it. It does have its slow moments though towards the end. But Agoni, which is by Ryan Logsdon, who's a good friend of mine, and this is kind of like I mean, Cage, my buddy Cage put it best. Gummo meets August Underground. It's about exploits of these kind of crazy people. He was nice enough to give me freaking one because we're best buds, and I'm really appreciative, man. That was awesome. This is the second copy they sent to me of this because when you order the Anthology 2, you get one, and I already had one, so it's a double. I watched some of that. I watched a couple on there. They were pretty cool. Witching and Bitching, which is by Alexis, I'm going to mispronounce this, Alex de la Iglesia, who did, Action Mutante and The Last Circus, and of course The Awesome Day of the Beast. And I'm looking forward to his new film, if you can even see the cover. Let me see. Shrink wrap, man. Should have put one light in front of me. Sorry about that. But yeah, that looks interesting. Dead Girls, which I reviewed, got sent to me to review. It's a horror anthology. Didn't care for much the first and the second story, but the wraparound was okay. And the last story kind of lived up a little bit, and I enjoyed it. But it's up to you guys, as it always is. Not holding a gun to your head or telling you gotta see it. But I'm taking this sticker off. Kind of obsessive compulsive there. See the sticker? It's got to go. I actually heard this one's pretty good. It is called The Return. It's kind of an interesting zombie story about people that they have a cure for the zombie outbreak, but it's really expensive, and if you stop taking it, you turn back into a zombie, so it kind of adds this political side to it. I'm sure there's lots of people turning on people like always nowadays in zombie films, but this one sounded a little more interesting than your typical stereotypical zombie film. Then we have Hellinger and Holy Terror. I actually got this to review, and I don't think I can do a feature review on it. I watched both movies, and Hellinger's unintentionally funny at points because this girl keeps imagining this guy when the lights go out named, I don't remember his name, Hellinger, of course, and there's this like elaborate backstory about him, which is kind of interesting. There's also this, I believe, a cop involved, and this guy, that cop wants to, he hires this guy to look out for her or something like that, or he's like her sister. It's the cop's like her, yeah, the cop's her brother. It's just really kind kind of poorly made, but also hysterically funny at points because the Hellinger guy's like, oh yes, and he's kind of doing like a Cinnabite style thing, and it's goofy. I can't give it a recommendation, but Holy Terror is pretty bad. It's just about people in a house kind of fooling around, and this nun in a mask kind of kills them. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That's about all I'm going to say about it. Not really recommended. Then we have Swamphead, the new edition of Swamphead, which I did a review for twice. I reviewed the original and the new one. I love this movie. It's goofy, stupid, fun, and yeah, check it out. You guys like that kind of stuff? It's literally about a floating head that kills people. I think that that'll get a couple smiles on your face unless you're dead. I can see this really pissing people off when they rent it, expecting like that head to look that awesome, and then they get it. The cover art's great on that, and it's just like really like a puppet head. And they're like, but yeah. We have Creepy Crawling, which is a horror anthology involving bugs, and I really dug the last story. It really won me over, and I enjoyed the other stories are cool, but the last one is exceptionally cool, and I'd give that one, I say check it out just for that last one at least, but the other two aren't horrible either. We have Necrophil Passion, which I reviewed. I thought this was just okay. I didn't think it was anything special. I didn't think there was... It's a lot less about necrophilia or necro stuff than you would imagine. I mean, it's kind of just about this guy who is contemplating doing violent things and hallucinating and seeing things like that. I mean, there's a couple moments that are pretty cool, but it's no Nekromantik, tell you that much. I'm just kidding. But Happy Hour Holocaust, which I reviewed as well. This is a screener, and this is again an anthology that took place on Halloween. I wish more of it took place on Halloween, to be honest, but you just kind of see the wraparounds on Halloween and things like that. The stories are kind of typical, but they're splattery, so it might be worth checking out. Also, I saw it was before it was color corrected and things like that. The Oatmeal Man. They actually sent a poster along with it. They're pretty nice. They sent a poster along, which is very cool of them. I reviewed this. This movie, the title alone should get you a little interested. It's literally about an Oatmeal Man killer, and his backstory is pretty freaking funny. There's some rough around the edge moments and some CGI that is a little cheesy looking, but you know what? The whole movie's cheesy and kind of fun, and I'd say that you should probably check it out if you like weird slasher movies. And I have to show my respect for the movie called freaking Oatmeal Man. But this was sent to me, Night Whispers, which is kind of weird because this was supposed to be like Bloody Bones like years ago. I forgot I donated to the Kickstarter, and I don't know what I donated, what money amount, but you know, it's like they can like, I don't know, there's obviously 30 of them, but I would, come on, man, I need a case. He's going to give me a clamshell. Hey, if you can make a movie, you can figure out how to print off a little cover. I'm not sure what the perks were, but I can't even remember. It's been so long. It's like, I wonder how many Kickstarters I've donated to. I haven't got a chance to watch that. I've donated to and completely forgot about and never gotten anything for it. And like they just like collected money. I know it's happened a couple times. I remember, but I just wonder how many times it's happened. Like, you know, and like, I have friends who make movies and I donate to their Kickstarter and stuff like that. And I remember they always deliver the goods, but a couple times it's people I don't know or something, or they just get like lost behind, or lots of problems and things like that fall through. I just like forget, and then like every once in a while something like that will show up, or it never shows up, I imagine, completely. But it's just, it's kind of strange that it's like they figure out how to make a movie, but they didn't print off a cover. My Name is A by Anonymous. Lots of people like this. Lots of people continue to like this. I just didn't care for it. It's not my type of film. But Live Light. I mean, I did a review for it, so if you want to check it out. Light of Blood, which just looks completely ridiculous and completely stupid. Yeah, but it looks fun, and that's what matters. Fun on this kind of movie. It's a werewolf film. Looked cheesy as all hell, and it's from Cult Movie Mania, so. It's cool company. Werewolf Rising, got this to review. Kind of your run-of-the-mill werewolf movie. Bill Oberst Jr. is great in it. That's all I'll say. They have like this underlining alcoholic kind of story with it as well. Project Wild Thing. This was sent to me as a thanks. And this is a pretty cool movie. It's about getting your kids outside more and getting more exercise, and kids spending less time outdoors than they used to. But then they also dive into the fact that there's not as many places for kids to play like they're used to. It's not necessarily just technology's fault. It's, I guess, you know, the industrial world and things pushing things and more people coming out and less woods and things like that. It's interesting, and it's kind of fun, and the guy's trying to sell people nature. It's a cool documentary, and it's interesting enough, and, you know, I wish more people did get outside more. I wish I was outside more, but we have, I think, when you get older, you realize that. We have Mutantis, which is a really goofy, stupid movie by the guys who did Isle of the Damned and Pleasures of the Damned and Seventh Day. And yeah, this, you can't deny its stupid charm, and it's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun, I mean, and I enjoy watching it. It's about a hermaphrodite monster that they're trying to track down, purposely made bad, and with bad wigs and all sorts of silly things like that. Lots of fun. The Devil Incarnate, which I got to review, and this is okay. I kind of felt like it was something that is kind of just very typical for this time period. You know, a little bit of found footage, a little bit of devil possession, but you know, the story is kind of a little bit, you'll think a little bit on it, but I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I'm not going to call it complete dribble or anything like that. Lots of people enjoy it. It just kind of seems like it's kind of almost like your kind of solid, like typical story in this day and age horror film. And then we have The Hornet's Sting and How It's Caused. This is by Dustin Mills. I got this a long time ago. It's been so long since I've had an update. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I helped with it. He's a good friend of mine, and I had a small part in it. Held the camera, sometimes behind stage and things like that. Behind the camera, I held the camera. There's a couple cameras running on this movie. But yeah, it's a cool film about this woman who kills people for a living. She sells her these like pictures of people being killed to like these kind of these client lists, these perverts and things like that. Lots of pink in it, which is always kind of vibrant and attention grabbing on for a horror movie, I think, in a lot of ways. But yeah, it came with a poster, and it also, the special edition comes with this book, which is a nudie book, which I cannot open at all because all it is a bunch of nude pictures of all the victims in the movie. Yeah. I enjoy that one, although biased because I helped, but I'd like to think I wouldn't be biased, but you never know. I mean, there's lots of subconscious things that you do that you could never really. But Mondo Magic VHS, which I should have shown a long time ago, but this is from Massacre Video, which is, this movie's pretty crazy. I reviewed it. You know, if you guys seen the Mondo movies, this one's one of the pretty rough ones to get through. Real elephants getting killed, and a little bothersome to watch, but yeah, it's actually interesting at points as well. But I'm mrparka. Thank you very much for watching, and that is my update. Go like Slimy Little Bastards on Facebook if you want to help me out, and I would be appreciative. Yeah.